Hello again, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Pass the Controller. I am your host, K7, and with me tonight is Justin, Pat, and Tejas. It has been a bit of a while since our last episode, and but yeah, we are back. We are back once again, and we got a whole bunch of really good topics to discuss tonight. So let's get right to it. Our first topic tonight involves everyone's favorite crowdsourcing site called Kickstarter. Basically, after the successful funding of Mighty Number 9, the developers have decided to put their next Kickstarter up. After, of course, delaying MN9 till next year. And another thing that we noticed is that Sony is pretty much using Kickstarter to fund the next Shenmue game, or I think it's Kickstarter, or is it Kickstarter or whatever?
Kickstarter.
Yeah, it is Kickstarter. So basically the thing that we've noticed out of this is a lot of semi and actual big names have been using Kickstarter. So the question that I want to propose to you guys is Kickstarter getting kind of out of hand when it comes to games, and are essentially large developers and companies taking advantage of what kind of really isn't meant for people with an absurd budget. So, do you think that things are getting out of hand, and is it a good trend? Justin, let's start with you.
All right. So ever since Star Citizen, I've been against Kickstarter in video games. Like, just the trend that game I knew would set was horrible, and this is where I knew it was going to lead to bigger companies using it to crowdsource money for games. It's taking advantage of gamers in a whole new way, I feel. Like, it was great when it was small companies, and they needed, the help to get the money, to get new ideas out there that you probably wouldn't have seen. But when Sony, Star Citizen pulls in all the money it has, like, it shows that crowdsourcing, you can crowdsource anything, as we've seen. But that whole atmosphere, I think, is taken over a dominating force almost in a lot of ways, in a lot of areas. Even beyond gaming, you see more shit being crowdsourced than you would have seen at its start. Like, it's just so much that I think Kickstarter's been getting out of control for a while, and it's eventually going to hit a point where someone's like, enough is enough.
Yeah, I definitely agree on that. Pat?
Well, I mean, if the Kickstarter, all the small games, it was, when you donated money, you really felt like you were part of the production. You felt like you were part of the game. So that worked for a lot of the small companies. They almost ensure that, hey, I donated some money. I'm going to buy it. I would contribute to this game. It's part mine. It's part ownership to that game. When you get all these big companies like Sony, all these AAA games coming out, there's not a lot of risk involved in those guys. Like, they know, like, they're going to throw out another Call of Duty next year, all that stuff. So when you have something small, a project that maybe off the fringe, that's a little different than normal, they're not sure it's going to be perceived as very well. So when they have someone, this Kickstarter started for them, they see the interest. It's like basically marketing for them. They see, like, oh, wow, there is a big thing for this game. People actually want this game to the point where they're actually pay money for it. And really, instead of doing that, these big companies, while I understand where they're coming from, well, it's a great tool for them. They really should not do that. It's meant for the small companies, the part ownership, the, hey, we're a small community, we did this together, we did this. Whereas if Sony's going to use it, I don't really feel like I'm contributing to the production of that game as much. I feel like, here's some money. Make something so I can put more money at you. Yeah, it's just, I'm just throwing money at them for free marketing and free, like, crowd research. It doesn't feel the same. So, I mean, I don't think that is a true depiction of how people are actually interested in the game, because they know it's Sony, it's going to be made anyway, so I'm not going to contribute money. Whereas I'll contribute money to a game that's from a low-budget place, because I want to see it made. I'm old enough, I have enough money where I could contribute to games that I want to see made for myself.
All right. Tejas?
Yeah, I guess I'm going to be devil's advocate on this. With more money and more power, with more power, you want more power. And to be honest, that last part Pat said was basically it, is that you're old enough to have money to distribute to these indie games that you want to see made. But I mean, then don't you think you're old enough to be smart enough to not throw money at Sony?
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that the truth, that you know that they're billionaires, so the game's going to be made, so then stop buying it? I feel the same way with Call of Duty, Battlefield, even my beloved Final Fantasy. I buy every Final Fantasy, but I know I'm going to be disappointed. It's not Final Fantasy 7. It's not 10. I'm a fanboy, and that sucks. But you know what? That's a curse and a blessing. So if you're just going to keep throwing money at them just because they advertise stuff, then, I mean, a fool and his money is soon parted, right? That's the old adage.
Right.
So if you really want indie games, then you can have searching, and crowdsourcing is for everybody. I mean, Justin's right. Crowdsourcing is very easy. I get millions of people who are like, oh, my band's coming here, and I'm going to be putting out a CD, and I'm going to make this game. I built this app. It's, fantastic. If you can get money, then, more power to you. But, I guess on a side note, there's GoFundMe. And GoFundMe has been I need beer and Doritos. Somebody give me $30. And they get it 9 times over.
Hold on, signing up for GoFundMe. 2 seconds.
Yeah,
Need beer and Doritos.
seriously, I've had
Need
friends
beer and
on
tacos.
Friday night. They're just Doritos and beer. Who's gonna hook me up with the 20? And they get it, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. You should get just shot in the head. Are you kidding me? But if they can get the money, then let them have it. And it's kind of not the bigger dog wins, because you're right, they have better advertising to say go to Kickstarter, but
Shenmue.
as a fan base you can put it on Facebook, your Twitter, and so on to get your game, like Mighty Number 9, which I'm so glad got funded, to be funded by your friends.
I think counter to that idea that where Pat and Tejas are the game's going to be made anyway, I think with Shenmue, wouldn't always be the case. If the Kickstarter hadn't been as successful, you'd see a Japan release, because the game's already they are going to release a game. What you wouldn't see is a global international release for a game that didn't crowdsource well. So it's kind of not just you don't fund it if you don't want to. If you don't want to, they will see that as a kind of lack of interest in a way.
Go fund yourself.
You're right, and you're right. Like I said, Final Fantasy 7 remake, here's millions of my dollars I don't even have.
Yeah.
I funded by myself.
You will name your firstborn child Cloud.
You wouldn't be the first person.
It'd be Barrett and Tifa.
But
Unfortunately, the boy's named Tifa, and the girl's named Barrett.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, gender-based names, sir. Foul play.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
misogynist.
But I mean,
but-
it's not. It's funny is you mentioned GoFundMe. My local radio station is running an Indiegogo campaign to buy their broadcasting license for the next 25 years, because that's how long those things are, right? Yeah. So, in a way, I think part of me is it's interesting what these companies can do, because what they offer for levels of funding.
Okay.
But on that same token, you guys are big enough that leave the little guys their resource,
Well, that makes me think. Mighty Number 9, they actually found a publisher for themselves, and basically what they said for that is that they're actually making this. They're actually having this company help them out with the game, and they're the ones who are going to be providing the funding. So any additional goes to say add-ons or something like that, which is what they did with essentially the spiritual successor of Mega Man Legends. It's Red Storm or something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's what they're pretty much doing with that. But here's the thing, they didn't reach the funding for the game, but they reached the funding for, say, like the anime series that they were running basically a Kickstarter at the same exact time of it. So I don't know.
What
To
was
me,
this?
it was pretty recent.
Yeah.
Because they got funding all the way to ports of.
Oh, Mega Man, Mega Man, Mighty Number 9 got funded. It was the Mega Man Legends game that they announced after they delayed Mighty Number 9.
Okay, I got confused because I was like, this is a spiritual successor of just Mega Man, not.
Yeah,
Legends.
no, I'm talking about Legends. Yeah, yeah. And they essentially has had this up for they had a Kickstarter up for the game, and a Kickstarter up for an anime series that coincides with it. But the game did not reach its funding goal because essentially, with them delaying the game, they had pretty much what I heard a lot of people say was, in addition to how can I phrase this? Because they delayed the game and the shots of the game don't look nearly as good as what they were planning on doing, a lot of people lost a lot of faith in them. So when they announced this Kickstarter after delaying Mighty Number 9 again, it just really ticked a lot of people off. Plus, they're asking for essentially $800,000.
Yeah, it was a lot of money. You're like, whoa.
They made 550, but they couldn't hit 800. But they said from the start that the game itself is still going to be made. It's just being made by this, and if we reached Kickstarter, anything would be essentially bonus content like extra downloads or multiplayer or some additional aspects of the game. Like, what do you guys think about that?
And the thing with that is you have no idea how much of your money is actually going to that at that point. Like it feels a little dishonest to be like, hey, we had this Kickstarter and I've seen games do that. They've Kickstarter to start, they found a publisher. Almost every single one of them is like, all right, we're stopping the Kickstarter. You'll get the rewards we promised if you already invested, but we're done. Like we found a publisher, we're done. Like it's a little more honest to me to do it that way. To do it this way, I just feel like you said, they delayed Mighty Number 9 and everything. Like, all right, dude, you money grubbing little bastards. But then I've been burned by Kickstarter. I kickstarted me and my guild. We put tons of money into helping to fund a game that now escapes me. It was a MOBA, and I'm just blanking on the name of it, but they took the money, disappeared, and then a few months later came back with a mobile game. And Arcblade, that's the game, Arcblade. And they came back with a mobile game. And we're like, hey, help us fund this shitty generic mobile game. And you're like, you know what? You go fuck yourselves, you fucking sons of bitches. I will find you and I will strangle you. But that's like, you hear horror stories about Kickstarter games or Indiegogo games or whatever. You like, for every good one you hear of, there's 15 ones who have scammed the people who do that. So,
all right.
Well, I mean, at what point is it like just you're paying for DLC? Is it a better method than just paying for DLC too? Because it's like, hey, listen, you fund us, we'll get you some basically additional content that you're probably going to pay for anyway in DLC. Yeah, I'm not a huge proponent of that, I guess.
Yeah.
Just having them go hey, just give us money, and we'll put multiplayer on there. Listen, if you want to be a competitive game, you're going to have to put that on there anyway.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You were gonna say
No, keep going. Keep going.
Okay. It's one of those things where, I mean, how much of your responsibilities do you want to push onto the gamers? And we're already beaten up by EA and all those things. Like, hey, you're just going to bang us around a bit. Like, hey, pay for this, pay for that, pay for this microtransaction. It's like, I'm so fed up with that at this point. I just want to go back to the days when I could put a CD in there and just never have to worry about it again. I'm going to go play my PS1 and be happy.
You know what you're going to put in that PS1? Final Fantasy VII.
I have Final Fantasy VII. I will play it.
All right. Finish off the topic, Tejas?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely Justin brought up a few points that I'm right behind him with the strangling and the murder. Is that the games that take the money? Like, I don't like how Kickstarter lets you keep the money. Like, I feel like you hit that goal, then boom, here's all your money. If you're $1 short of that goal, boom, you get no money, no transactions. I feel like that really should be the way it works. Because if you're really going to be funded, be funded. And they're thieves. Justin's completely right, in my opinion. Is 100%. You can get $900,000 and you said you needed $1 million, and then you take the $900 and you come back. What was that game called? Survival or Stay Alive, where they took like $400,000, $500,000, and then they came back with this like not even a 8-bit pile of crap that you just like had. I didn't even bother after I read all the articles. It just like blew my mind. Like, dude, like seriously, where are the torches and pitchforks? And like, why are we getting upset that they're stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars from hundreds and thousands of us?
Yeah,
it's not one dude who's like, yeah, give him $100,000. Somebody else is like, we all pitched in $1. And I think that's where Pat was saying that, we feel that we have contributed to the creation of this game with just $1. Not $100, not $1,000, just one. And that's really does bring the community for small game development together. And on the last part, I guess it's the benefits of the overfunding in small games. I haven't seen a lot of things, but there have been a few board games, few kind of gaming accessories for board games as well as like headphones and stuff that I have put in a few dollars, and I do like the one thing that if you put in $20 for a game that's an indie game, they give you the game for free.
Yeah.
And I feel like really anything below that, you're wasting your money. You might as well buy it while you're going to fund it.
My roommate does that all the time.
Yeah, and that's great. And I think that with Mighty Number 9, there was, the additional funding was for more levels and bosses and ports to the PS4 and Xbox One. Like, that I would be behind, and I would understand, like, you need more time, you need more to make more of the game at launch. The DLC, I'm here and there, with these season passes of certain games. Sometimes it's not too bad.
All
But
right.
that's all I can think of.
Indeed. All right. Well, I think that's a good place to leave it off for this topic. Let's tally up the scores for round 1. Justin, you have 11. Pat, you got yourself 10 on that one. And Tejas, with the soliloquy at the end, I think you earned yourself 15. Very nice. All right. Well, let's move on to the next topic. Kind of stemming from a Kickstarter in that you're funding the game and you could potentially buy the game beforehand. What about a practice that has been around for quite some time now in pre-ordering video games? It has been pretty much forced down our throat thanks to GameStop for about 10, 15, for a long time now. And there have been some experiences, some good, many bad, extra little goodies, etc. But the question I propose to you guys, from a consumer standpoint, from a gamer standpoint, is it actually worth it? Pat, you are currently at 10, so we shall start with you.
From a normal, casual, this is a plain average day gamer like myself, it does not matter whatsoever. You have the people out there who want to get the game first. They want to be the first person to get it, the first person to beat this level, first person to master that, or with the addition of Twitch and like all these streams, the first person to start streaming all these games. They'll get all that YouTube gold money. But
That's
for
very
those
true.
people, they need to get the game as fast as they can. They're pre-ordering it. They ensure they got it the first day. They're going to camp out. That's fine. Do what you got to do. I don't care. I'm going to pick up my game like a week after it's out. There's no line. I don't care about the special gun I get, because you know what? It doesn't matter. That gun is going to be bad end game anyway.
What if it's a
It's not going
dubstep
to be
gun?
one of the guns that you're going to use, like the final boss or the final whatever, or whatever the promotion is, a skin or whatever. I don't really care. It doesn't matter much to me, and I feel like I'm just going to be throwing money at them for things they should fund themselves anyway. Like we talked about earlier, I don't feel like I have to foot the bill for these games. You know, they have the AAA status. They have all the money coming in. I don't need to pre-order the game just to give them a couple extra bucks because I'm getting them their the deposit or whatnot. A casual, everyday gamer doesn't need to worry about it. I'm not worried if I'm not the first person to get the game. I don't even have a PS4 right now or an Xbox One because I am poor. But, you know, I really do not feel it's necessary, and I feel that eventually down the road, as it kind of it's swelling, it's at a peak right now. It's going to start dying off. Where we're not going to see so much pre-order bonuses anymore. We're going to see people going, okay, let's just improve the game. You know, that'll get people to buy it instead of putting all the hype train up. Like pre-order it now, and now the game's up.
Yeah, well, as long as GameStop exists. All right.
How long is it going to exist, though? I mean, really.
Forever. Forever.
Ever. All right.
Forever.
All right.
Forever the devil.
Okay. All right. Justin, you were currently in second, so you go second.
As a personal, like me, I barely pre-order anything, in part because games come out broken now, so why would I want to pre-order? But whereas Pat kind of mockingly joked about the YouTube money, dude, that is some people's actual income source. Like that's their whole income. And for them, pre-order is vital. Like Pat's right, they have to be one of the first people to be streaming, to be writing reviews and everything. So it's vital that they get that game as soon as possible. As to the like little goodies in them, all right, this is a topic that's really starting to piss me off ever since 3D printing started happening, because that's like the quality of shit we're getting. Like it's not like the high-end figures we used to get. The quality has definitely declined on some of these things. Like I remember buying. Instead of in pre-orders, you just be able to buy the special editions of stuff like the old Lunar games that came with plushies, and I got a game that came with a watch once, like cards, rings, all sorts of stuff. And now it's like, hey, here's this little figure that's this big, this art book we easily printed that took us no effort at all. Here's a CD of the making of the game. That's what you get. You're like, the quality of these things as a whole. Like, now, I mean, there's some that stand out, like the Working Pet Boy. Obviously, that was kind of spectacular.
I have one. I'm getting one.
Fuck you. Anyway, but there are ones like that stand out, and you're like, that's how you should do it. Like, it cost slightly less than most pre-orders even did, just by like $10 for compared to some of them, like cheaper wise, and yet it produced one of the most quality things to come out of pre-ordering in a while. So there's that. So there's a lot of, I mean, yeah, if you want the goodies, they're there. But I can also go on Etsy and find similar or better goodies for that same price, too. So.
Okay. Tejas?
So, I'm a bit confused on this whole topic because I feel like you guys are talking about the super special limited edition of every game. And when I read this about pre-orders, you just pre-order it for $59.99 and you get a theme. So when I heard that, like, I like to pre-order games at the price of the game. And I can walk into GameStop the next day at my leisure and be like, yeah, that's mine. It's here because I paid for it. Just give it to me. It's, you know what I mean? So I think you guys forget that there's levels, and I really do appreciate the levels. Now, I know, Pat, this might hurt, but when I pre-ordered Arkham Knight for my PlayStation 4, and I got all of that stuff, It was $59.99 for the game. You get a theme, and you get the season pass, which is usually $30, and it was $20. So for me, it was like, I don't care about the skins. You're right, that's all crap. The theme, it's kind of crap. But, the DLCs, even if they're not amazing, it's like I probably would purchase them. And it's because I'm cheap. I buy games. I got a 360 like 9 years after it came out, and I bought everything for like $10. I was just like, give me all the games. But this is the first time that I actually got a system and the games that I want to buy. And certain things, Battlefront. I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. I probably will pay the $90, and I would love to play it the Friday instead of the Monday. That's me, and I believe you're right that some people just need that for them. But I think, if you're going for the $150, figurine, USB drive, art book, and you get a special name tag. Like, sure, if you're gonna buy it, then you're gonna buy it. But I think
hello, my name is Star Wars.
That levels, I think is fine. I don't see a problem with paying $59.99, and the deposit at GameStop is whatever you want. I paid $5 for Battlefield 3. And then I had to just pay $55.
It's usually $5 for other things, like say if you want to get like the Rock Band guitar bundle, that's a minimum of $25.
Oh really? I thought it was like.
But they usually take it off the price.
Oh yeah. It all goes off the price. Yes.
So you're basically
it's just you have to pay a portion.
Yeah. So like for Battlefield 3 when it was coming out, I paid $30 up front and then $30 when I got it because I had a crap job.
All right. So yeah, basically. So you're saying basically the process is fine, and and if you know you're going to want the game, go for it.
I think you're right.
If it was just the normal game, and then pre-order was $180, and you had to get all that, then you guys are 100% correct, and I'm wrong.
But that happens.
Yes.
There are pre-orders where it's only the special.
Yeah.
Like that's why I focus on it, because you're right. If it's the normal price of the game, I mean, you're not paying anything. I mean, you're just getting early access to it, or instant access. But I focus in on the only special edition ones, because that's a trend you see more and more of too, is, well, if you want to pre-order, you have to buy the special edition. And, like, there's some games where that's actually impactful content to a degree. And so, I mean, they try to make, well, at least on the digital end, which is where I am at, because I'm never going to fucking go into a GameStop.
Yeah,
fuck that place. I should get $1 of my goddamn money.
I want to buy my stuff at 2 in the morning. Right?
In my underwear, as God intended.
You think I got
That's how gaming is meant to be, sir.
I'm wearing pants.
Pants? What are pants?
I think you're right, Tejas. I think we're like more. I think like the alpha pre-release kind of paying. I think that's what we're kind of bringing into this a little bit more than we should. Like for instance, like DayZ, it's still not out completely, but people are playing it. I paid my money for it.
Yeah.
Played 10 hours of it. Go, this is stupid. It's bugged. I hate it. I think that's what you're right in a sense where if you just pre-order like GameStop, pay the money, you get the game. But I think the problem is not so much as just paying the money. It's, as Justin was saying, they're trying to throw things else at you. You know, like, hey, pay an extra $1, get this shiny new knife. It's one of those things where they're just trying to transactions. Yeah. And it's bad taste.
I gotta say, if you can get caught with shiny things, then you shouldn't have your money.
I am a fucking
I would totally be like, shiny keychain.
I would do that. They go, well, wow, I need a keychain. I have
King's Quest pin.
I have keys. I need that. But I mean, I just the whole culture around it, just trying to throw money at it and be the first. Like always need to be the first person to get it. First person to beat this. It's a little crazy, I think. A little nuts so bananas.
So in that case, what about? So it's like, so what's making you pre-order it rather than just go the day of release and picking it up?
Can I jump in just real quick? I want to say that Pat came in with a great example, and I've been getting this a lot lately from movies and television as well as video games. and that's being a filthy casual.
Well,
Everybody-
Badge of honor right here. I'm a filthy
Everybody's like, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and they're like, I heard the script is online. Did you read it yet? And I'm like, no, I want to go see the movie. And they're like, filthy casual. I'm like, what?
Wait, it's
yeah,
online?
dirty casual, man. You can be hardcore all the time, yo.
Yeah, and I know that because my friends did get like Black Ops 2 with $150 like night vision goggles
Oh
that
yeah, I
came
remember
with
that.
it, and I was like, oh my god! And they're like, you got the regular Call of Duty?
Who
Dirty.
needs night vision goggles? Like, I don't
I do.
understand. Who the fuck
I
needs that?
I need 3 of them.
So I think
One for each eye.
I think
Yes.
it's them tapping into how much we kind of compete with each other. It's like, oh, you really call yourself a Final Fantasy fan, a Star Wars fan, a Mega Man fan. Well, you don't have this $9,000 statue behind you, do you?
I have Cloud's name tattooed on my chest. What?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just like, oh, yeah? Here's my son, Barrett. What are you talking about now? I'm sorry, my daughter, Barrett.
Yeah, yes.
Tifa's
I
in the
named my dog Sid. What?
And I think that's where they're capitalizing, is that they're capitalizing on us fighting against each other instead of them, and they're just like, hey, you should show up your friends by having this amazing statue, and you're like, yeah, dude, fuck that guy. So I think I think I'll agree on that point, that they do build it just to test our willpower and our tenacity for being fanboys and competing with other people who are hardcore gamers or movie fans.
My E-Peen!
Yeah, right?
I think it's funny you mentioned the hardcoreness, because as anyone who's listening to the show knows, I'm a big Destiny player and whatnot. And as of July, in 7-Elevens, they put in the little Destiny cans, and everyone's like, "Oh man, so you gonna go get one like today?" I'm like, "No, dude. It's like an EXP boost. I don't fucking need that. I'm
Here's
already
my
max
pea purple.
level."
Filthy casual.
Filthy
And then
casual.
and then I'm like,
I hated that stuff. God,
and
filthy
then the quest
casual.
doesn't come out till September. And I'm like, dude, I drink a Red Bull like every day at my shift at work. By the time from August till September 15th, I'm gonna so many fucking codes. I don't know what the fuck to do with them all. So no, I don't really need back in July to start collecting these goddamn things. I'm sorry, I'm a dirty casual. But
Filthy casual.
goddamn dirty casuals.
So angry, the screen shaking.
Oh, right in his face.
That's not the screen shaking, that's the entire town he lives in.
Chicago is
Oh,
literally shaking with my rage.
It's you just shook the internet.
But what you
tubes.
guys mentioned is how it's the competitive nature of
That's a point for
gamers to go against each other, to be like, hey, look what I have. From my end, as an MMO gamer, there is a legitimate reason to pre-order and pre-order special editions, and that's generally like a week plus of game time. Like, it comes down to that in an MMO scene. Like, Final Fantasy was huge on it. It was like over a full week of early access. Like, and so that comes out. I mean, you definitely like I'm like, okay, if you're gonna give me actual game time, yeah, I'm a little more into it. But so yeah, there is that. Like there's so much with pre-ordering, honestly. Like as a trend, like specifically game shops and the way they handle everything makes me want to choke a bag full of kittens. I don't know. They just make me really angry as a company.
Why would you choke them? Why are you...
I don't know.
Why are you...
Can't get my hands on the CEO.
Minus point for kitten killing.
Yes, kitten aside is not fun.
Okay.
No,
Well,
that's always my go-to insult is like, you make me want to drown a bag full of kittens, because who wants to hurt kittens? Like, you make me so angry, you make me want to do something that is a travesty against humanity. But
I call people no foam cappuccinos.
but
all right.
I definitely don't like GameStop though, and the way they handle just about anything.
I don't think anyone does.
Here to that one.
You're here.
Well, I think that
All right.
pisses me off
Oh,
like the
final
most.
thought.
So,
Final thought. GameStop sucks for Justin.
no. I have one more thing to say actually against GameStop as a company. Like, so they have their midnight releases and these huge parties, and then they're fucking late to their own goddamn party. Like, it's 2 o'clock and everyone's still sitting outside. Doors are closed. Motherfucker, midnight
It's 2
release
o'clock.
means midnight.
All right.
It goes on from teen to MA.
Pat, final thought.
Somebody in the back is like, oh god.
Yeah. I think all that can be said is said about pre-orders, really. I think we... I don't know. Everything that's said has already been said about this thing.
GameStop sucks.
Us filthy casuals don't really
All right.
care.
Point for everyone.
GameStop sucks.
Everyone get the point.
And that people who, actively need to increase their EPing will be pre-ordering it and playing it on the first day, be the first in line. However, the people that, are the ones doing reviews, they get that stuff shipped to them in advance sometimes to test it, to review it. Otherwise, who's going to buy the game if they don't review it?
All right.
But,
Tejas, close us off.
I mean, I think that with the system that pre-orders are doing now, it really is a mental game. Like Justin said, I don't go to the store to buy a copy of the game. Now, on point with what Justin said, that they are going to get me with a few games that are coming out with special edition cases. Now, that's the one thing that luckily for the games I want, they're not big, so they're the same price. It's just if you pre-order it, you get the case. But when, Ocarina of Time came out with that gold cartridge, every Zelda with their gold cartridges, I mean, any Zelda fan would always have the gold cartridges. So if they did things like that, it would be better. But if it's just I think the pre-order time is the only thing. I'm gonna get Battlefront, the deluxe edition, just so I have the extra weekend. I already know it because I want it so badly. It's not even if my friends have it or I don't. It's just for me. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And so sometimes, pre-order, I guess, if they're going to keep doing it where pre-order is $100 more and you have to get it and that's the only way you can get it, that's terrible.
Yes.
But if they're like, hey, we want to make sure that we are getting people who are buying it. So you want to buy this game 2 months beforehand so that we know how many copies to make and you don't have to pay extra. Here's some skins. Here's the first DLC for free. Here's, a theme. Okay, I don't see any problem with that.
All right. Alrighty.
good point.
And overall, GameStop sucks.
Yeah.
GameStop sucks.
Okay.
the devil.
I'd rather just jerk off Hitler than...
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. Okay, that hurts. Alrighty then. So let's try to let's see if I have enough brain power left to. Let's see if I have enough brain power left to.
For any of that, I'm not an anti-Semitic.
Okay, well, Justin, you got yourself 9 points. Pat, you somehow pulled out 10 points on that one, and Tejas, you pulled out 9 points on that one. So right now, at the end of 2 rounds, Justin's at 20, Pat is at 20, and Tejas is at 24. So Tejas, you automatically go into the final round. And being that there is a tie for second, I could either give you guys a tiebreaker question, but you know what? It's first time back after a long time. Everyone makes it to the finals. Congratulations.
Yay!
Boo! This is the only time I make it.
3-way showdown. 3-way showdown.
Menage a trois. All right. All right.
Yes,
Ooh,
with Hitler.
la, la.
Okay, well, for those who have never seen the show before, our showdown is essentially 3 topics, and it is essentially a best of 3. I do not really give points during the arguments for this section, but what I do is I try to determine who has the best argument or who puts out the best point, and at the end of the 1-minute discussion per person, I essentially award them a point, and whoever gets 2 points first wins. And then they would get 30 seconds to talk about whatever they want about gaming. So, without further ado, let's get to our first showdown topic. Windows 10 and Candy Crush Saga. Well, according to a few articles I've read, Candy Crush has now been packaged with Windows 10. How does the forced inclusion of the Candy Crushing Saga affect you guys in regards to potentially picking up Windows 10 or upgrading Windows 10, or does it have any effect at all? Tejas, since you were in the lead, we shall start with you.
Just like these candies, I'm gonna get crushed. I think, honestly, for gamers like us, we don't care. It's really just it's a game that we play when we can't play video games. It really is. It's for, when we're on the bus and we're just like, crap, I forgot my DS at home.
Okay.
And to be honest, I'm going to take it a different way. I'm not going to say that Candy Crush is going to help Windows 10 or deter it in a gaming standpoint. I'm just going to go with the next generation. And I think that kids and teens that might be playing this game is kind of old, though, for future games that are on mobile only, and now that they're coming to Windows 10, which is doing a much better job than Windows 8 with the touchscreen. Or was that 7? 7.
8 is touchscreen.
It was
8
8. Yeah.
touchscreen, yep.
So I bought a laptop with 8. I keep it in a corner like it's cursed. It doesn't have a touchscreen.
It's haunted.
It doesn't have a touchscreen. So it's just like the dumbest purchase I've ever made. And I think when it comes to that new tablet where you can take off the keyboard and stuff like that, it'll help modulate from a phone to a PC.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, Pat, you are up next.
Like you said, it doesn't really matter to us. People who play the game will probably play it, but it's like Mahjong on my computer now. I don't play it. I've never played it once. I've looked at it, I've seen it, but I've never gone into it. It doesn't really matter if it's forced, because anything is better than this Windows 8 or Windows 9 as they're calling it, Windows 8.1. It's going to be better than layout. I don't care about that. I don't care about the games. I care about the operating system, and it's so much better than the previous one. So I don't care if they threw that. I don't care if there's a little Hitler in the corner smiling at me every day.
Ooh, with the Hitler.
What's with the Hitler tonight?
I just watched that.
Good God,
That's
man.
funny, so I guess that's fresh in my head. It's going to be better than what it was, and I don't care.
That is on my note sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delete the Hitler talk.
There.
We can't even air this.
God, man.
Dude.
So,
Justin, you're up next.
Come on,
Let
final
Pat
comment.
finish. Let Pat finish.
Oh, God.
All right, so basically, if I have the option between playing Candy Crush or another game, I'm not going to go into Candy Crush. I'm going to play the other game. So there's no point. It's not going to do anything for or against. It's just there for people who want to play it.
Okay. Okay, Justin.
All right, so a couple of things. Tim just mentions how we play Candy Crush when we don't have anything else to play. You filthy casual. I'm a hardcore mobile gamer. I got tons of shit to play on this bad boy. Secondly, as to upgrading to Windows 10, I'm still sticking with Windows 7, man. Fuck all you.
Oh, actually, okay, Windows 7, it works.
8.1 was terrible, and they're right. It is correcting that layout from 8 into 10. Which now, I had a touchscreen thing, I'd totally be on top of 10 right away. No doubt about that. It's again, if you have a touchscreen, those operating systems are fantastic for touchscreens. And I get why Windows is doing it. While they're trying to integrate their phone operating system with their PC one. It makes sense to me. It's a logical step to make. And 10 is a good deal. My problem with 10 is the infinite crashing loops, the fact that peripherals aren't being recognized by it right off the bat. So as a gamer, I'm like, whoa. You're not recognizing my peripherals? I'm out. I'm out right now. Until you fix that shit, I'm done. We're not even talking. We're not even in the same fucking room. In fact, you need to move cities. Maybe even countries. Just, you get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Peripherals are that vital as a gamer to there's that, and I know they'll fix that, but I will never, ever, ever get a Windows operating system that is new. Like, it's going to be out for a while before my happy ass is there.
Well, if you don't get it right now, you don't get it for free.
Fuck that. I'll pay for it. I'll pay the upgrade fee for you to fix your shit. Because every Windows launch, like, in recent memory, has been problematic. Like, they have not had problems at release. I can't trust that it'll work anymore.
You've been hurt too much before in the past?
He's been abused.
It's like an Infinity Gauntlet right
It's
up.
the GameStop syndrome. Abused.
Indeed. Well, okay, well, all three of you put some pretty good arguments out, aside from Hitler.
That
But
could be said about anything, honestly.
Justin saying that they need to leave the country. Like, how
This pancake is
I was
delicious.
like, what the hell?
Hitler.
well,
country?
in light of those, Tejas, you get the point for this one. Good job.
Well deserved.
Well-deserved point for that one.
Yeah.
Well-deserved point. So, let's move on to showdown topic number 2. As Justin mentioned before, Red Bull gives you quests in Destiny. So, the thing that I want to ask you guys, are sponsored missions and content similar to like what they're doing with Red Bull and Destiny the way of the future? Justin, I know you've been chomping at the bit for this one, so
Before
you're up
anything
first.
happens, I'm gonna say, Justin, calm down. Don't blow up the planet. Just give him the point and let him talk. Just do it. I accept defeat.
Okay, Justin, go. Have fun.
Hey, on many cases, yeah, there's a reason. This has already been cracked. Like, you can go on Google and find numerous links to Red Bull code generators. Like, this is being handled retardedly on all fronts. Secondly, it's early access to a mission that will come out with Taken King. Like, it is part of Taken King, supposedly. So it's like, hey, while you're waiting for Taken King, here's that quick look at it while you drink Red Bull and you give yourself a heart attack because your heart stopped. So, yeah, congrats. You didn't live to actually play the game. Before that, it was the most useless code ever. And they're like, in July, you'll get an EXP bonus. What? Dude, we're all maxed out and have been with all the gear we have. Like, we have nothing to level. We haven't had anything to level since, like, right after House of Wolves launched. Like, dude, what the fuck are we supposed to do with an EXP boost? Oh, it's for the players getting into it. Like, no one's just getting into Destiny. No one. Bungie, no one's just starting Destiny right now. It's not happening.
I might.
Nobody.
Guess I'm not. Okay.
No, you're not. You're not.
You're
I'm
not.
No.
But
Or if I get back into it.
Then you're getting
you
back
can't.
into it. It doesn't
No.
count.
Okay.
Take these Red Bull codes.
Yeah, because Red Bull codes, Kyle, you'll be dead. You've had a heart attack.
Okay.
But it is like, I don't have any
seconds.
problem with sponsoring events. Like, Coke and them, they've been doing this shit for years with other products. Why not gaming? I mean, no big deal. They sponsor gaming teams. It's no big deal. How they're handling it's kind of fucking retarded, but if it was handled better, it would be, a decent product launch. I mean, that's marketing. That's capitalism. I mean, yeah, go ahead, make money, give me a little early access. I drink this shit anyway at work because I work third shift.
And
So-
you haven't had a heart attack yet. Amazing.
Yeah.
I almost did. My doctor told me I should drink less of it.
I would hope
You
so.
should probably listen to your doctor.
No, doctor.
Okay.
They know.
All right, well, up next, Pat, care to try?
Okay, from a marketing standpoint, it's actually very brilliant because you at home you play Destiny. Outside, when you're working, you can't play Destiny. But when you see all these things about Destiny, like Red Bull, all that, you think about Destiny. You think about, oh, I can't wait to play it. I know a lot of food companies, they've done this before, and it's worked in the past, or it's failed in the past, but for the most part, it does work, where if you make them think about something outside of like the area where you're doing it, they're going to want to do it. So they're drawing people to play Destiny, not necessarily the Red Bull quests or whatnot. As Justin said, it doesn't really matter. They don't need XP bonuses. They're just thinking about it, so they're going to play it. It's a smart draw from both aspects. You get the fanboys wanting to buy Red Bull because it's Destiny, and I'm not a filthy casual. And you have the people who don't play that often, aren't the hardcores, to go, oh, Destiny, I can play that when I get home tonight. Yeah, I don't need to have a girlfriend. Stuff like that.
Let's not blame Destiny on the lack of girlfriend, right? Let's hold Pat.
No. I mean, I'm not saying people play Destiny have no girlfriends. I'm saying that
You're just punching everyone in the face tonight, aren't you?
it's time commitment, and instead of going out and doing something like going to the library and read, Wagner, you're gonna go play Destiny.
I'm supposed to read Wagner. Really?
Oh my god, like my brain's melting.
We have lost all semblance of
Drop
train
the
of
mic.
thought right now.
Mind count?
There's a mic drop.
No,
Tejas, do you want to see? Can you make sense out of all this?
No, but I'll try. Alright.
well thought
I think
argument.
it's kind
Thank you
of.
very
I
much.
think I like the way this argument's coming out because Justin's kind of on one side as a hardcore guy. Pat giving great examples of both, and I'm gonna take the filthy casual side.
Filthy casual.
And you're
Casual.
all right, and we don't know about you yet, Pat. All right, but I'm gonna go with this that on Justin's points. That the people who are already there are already at the. I mean, people who are already at the top are already there. So there's no point in them getting EXP. They're gonna know ahead of time that it might be that time constraint. Like you might get it early access for a week, which for hardcore gamers might be worth it. But I don't know like where you're gonna get that. If you're just gonna get it underneath the tab, then if I got that from drinking Red Bull daily or whatever, I would want to try to sell it. Be like, yo, you don't have to buy Red Bull, $10, you get my code, because I don't care. That might be a way where
Just buy a can of
capitalism
Red
takes
Bull for
over.
that.
That's true.
By a lot
It's
of-
only like $2.50, Tejas. We're fair. Jesus.
Well, I mean, is it every can that you get the
No.
free
It's the 12-ounce can, which is often on sale. 2 for $5.
But every can you get the new.
Yeah.
Has been Justin brought to you by Red Bull?
He's the boss. He's a corporate spy.
Yes.
Sell
See,
out.
see this blue little mark?
My Blood Bowl.
Oh,
See
can I be
this
sponsored
blue
by
little
something?
mark on the tab? That's
Yeah.
the code.
But I thought that was for the EXP bonus, and then some of them have.
No.
Okay.
No, it's you just enter it and that's it.
All right.
Like the EXP bonus is July until September 15th. September 15th, the quest unlocks.
Gotcha.
Okay, then that's
Okay.
stupid.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
completely stupid. The early access thing I can understand. But as a filthy casual, here's the thing. Pat, I don't think you're going to start. I bought Destiny. I paid the $110 for
doing
everything.
it.
I haven't played it before even the first DLC came out. I gave up. I wasted all my money. This could have gone back to the pre-ordering thing. But I was like all in, and I was super excited. And I just didn't care after a while. Now, Pat was kind of, I think he was on point when he was like, oh, Destiny, like I should go home and try it out. Maybe I can get this EXP, maybe I made that gap, because Destiny was so, I couldn't do it after you got your level cap for experience, and then all of a sudden you had to get light points, and then I got to get a jock strap that gets me like, get out of here, dude. I'm just trying
Tactical jock strap. On
It's
plus
the
one.
light-giving jockstrap.
light points. It's
If,
stupid.
if it makes you feel better, Tejas, supposedly they're getting rid of the light system.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say jock
See,
strap.
Well, in that case, my
No!
jockstrap won't be light anymore.
Don't get rid of the jock straps.
It'll be a dark light strap. It'll be a dark
But, you
jockstrap.
see, if they did
Ooh.
that, if they give, I thought they
Hungry.
were going to get rid of the light system, and then the next level cap would come. So for the first DLC, your light system is gone, and now you have to get to 40 and then get the light system again. And I thought that would have been brilliant. And Bungie's
Yeah,
listening
that
to
would have
me,
been, yeah.
Don't steal my idea. Like,
Or do
All right, well,
It'll be a good
like
functioning way
MMOs
of-
do, right? MMOs come out with their next thing, and you can cap up another 10 or 15.
And then you get the item levels and whatnot, yeah.
Yeah.
I get
So-
what you're saying. That's what I thought they were going to do too, but...
well, hate to cut you guys off, but we've pretty much been completely derailed from the time limit system of how we
Yeah,
usually
no.
do it. Completely derailed. So gonna cut this one off right here, and as pretty much as expected, yeah, Justin, you definitely gave the most points on that one, and yeah, well, Pat had a lot of good ones too with the whole brilliant marketing, because it is good
is,
marketing for the game. It
Yeah.
does keep getting it does keep the game stuck in your mind for a long time. Plus, you kept it under a minute, so that is a that is a bonus point for you, since you're the only one who kept it under a minute.
I see how it is.
That is amazing.
I see how it is. I see how the favoritism works for Kyle.
Right.
Well, if it was favoritism, I win.
People who
But-
follow rules get points. I see.
Okay.
Fucking
Well,
rule breakers.
in that case, it all comes down to the versus topic for tonight. This kind of branches video games and comic books. Though the comic book guy, or the comic book character we have in this one, has made an appearance in a video game recently. So the question I would propose to you guys for the versus topic of tonight: Duke Nukem versus Red Hood. Who would win?
I
And
gotta
Justin-
pause right there because I gotta ask, which Red Hood?
Yes, I was going to ask that.
I don't want to give any spoilers, but let's just say it's not the Joker. Not the
How
Joker
about
Red
so?
Hood.
So you're talking. Okay. All right. I got you.
Oh yeah, well,
You
you
all
know what? Screw it. There's
is-
going to be spoilers
so
in this.
kind
Screw
of
it.
know.
Jason Todd.
Yeah.
There you go. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
You
Jason
resurrected
Todd.
Jason Todd one? Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, Jason
Yeah.
Jason Todd Red Hood
Sure,
versus
sure.
Duke Nukem.
Which one? Are we doing the
Okay.
52? Which one?
Yeah, I mean,
Should
I
have
still need some
spoilers
characters.
button.
You know what, Pat? You start with this one.
All right, first off, Duke Nukem is very misogynistic, fat, and kind of stupid, but he has big guns and big guns. America. He's slow, stupid, and relies too much on firepower. I think that Jason Todd, Red Hood, totally number one. Trained by Batman, who was trained by Ra's al Ghul. Oh my God, there's no contest. Just hand-to-hand combat alone, Jason Todd. You know,
Okay.
just any sort of combat, really, outside of holding a howitzer, because I don't think he could hold a howitzer. Where Duke Nukem just drinks beer, guns. That's all he has.
Beer and guns.
Beer and guns, America.
America. Okay. Tejas, up next.
It's kind of sad because that last part kind of described me.
Beer and guns.
Beer and guns.
Yeah, so I really love the Red Hood from the Joker point because I thought that was a great way. I love the Joker, huge fan. I think he's the greatest supervillain of all time. And Duke Nukem, yeah, I loved it when he crapped on that monster's neck. You know, it was when I was a kid, and he's like, "I'm gonna blow your head off and crap down your throat." I was just like, "No way!" And then they showed it, so you know, there's a part of me that wants to say Duke Nukem is that ultimate Rambo. He's that ultimate guy who's never gonna give up, and he's gonna keep fighting and fighting. He's gonna have the guns and the cigar and the titties, and he's just gonna go all the way. But I mean, when you're trained by Batman, who then you get tortured by the Joker. I mean, your body's in peak state. Your mentality is gone shattered by the Joker. You get resurrected from the dead. I mean, this guy could have usurped Joker in the way he handled it, but there was, this demented part of him that Duke Nukem also has, and I like that kind of weirdness. But I think when it came to a battle, Red Hood would ultimately win.
Okay. Alrighty. Justin finishes off.
I'm just gonna say that Duke Nukem loses at everything. I mean, did you see that guy's last game? Fucking terrible. But even as a base, like we've all brought up the point, we're all gonna agree it's Red Hood. But even as a base character level, he's the better character. Like Jason Todd, Red Hood, on every front is just more interesting, better, has more combative skills. He can use an arsenal of weapons if he feels like. I mean, in the new Batman annual, he's just shown with a bunch of in front of a wall of guns in one of his, like the one poster I have of Red Hood. So I mean, it's not like he doesn't also have an arsenal of big guns. But Duke Nukem, like I said, he's kind of fat, drunken America. He's gonna rip off your head and shit down your neck.
That seems
That's literally the only thing.
that
you
is
can
Duke
do.
Nukem's defining trait.
Yeah, I mean,
Blow it out of your
The signature move, yeah. It's like the People's Elbow.
signature move.
Yeah.
I just can't
The
see
neck
him
dump.
competing with like the Red Hood, who's gone up against all Batman villains, Batman himself, Tim Drake's Robin, Green Arrow. I mean, Red Hood's thrown down with numerous heavy hitters. Of course, he's just gonna like literally just Duke Nukem is just gonna be there and then like dead. There's not even gonna be a fight. Like he's just gonna be like, I'm sorry, I killed you.
Okay.
We're done here.
You died 5 minutes ago.
Nah, what is it, Fist of the North Star? Come on. I don't know who came up with
Okay,
this
very good.
versus. You know,
Yeah, it's totally one-sided.
yeah.
I mean,
It's utterly one-sided, man.
even Duke Nukem like 20 years ago, no. I mean, there's
Yeah,
no
exactly.
contest. Because now he's like 65 and fat and titties and bare.
Oh, I mean, that would make Jason Todd pretty old too. If we're just going time.
Technically,
I
yes.
know, but still.
But
Well, he
his
did get
last-
revived.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was dead for a while, so, I mean,
Halts the aging process, I guess.
he's undead.
But yes. All right. Well, all three of you guys pretty much said the same thing, but
Yeah.
yeah, with the big guns, and yeah, I do agree. Jason Todd would win, but the thing is, but the part that I think stood out. Tejas mentioned that Jason Todd had a much better story,
Yeah.
and that really goes pretty far, because most of their ways of fighting are similar, but all you guys mentioned Batman, the training of Batman, but the thing that I think stands out is because he survived, technically survived being killed by Joker.
Well, he doesn't survive. I mean,
That's what I said. Technically, he does because he comes back.
He's not being dead.
But yeah, but as you remember, inside like the movie, say like the Red Hood movie,
Oh, dude, that movie-
he essentially beats the Joker.
Oh, dude, the beating with the crowbar that mimics how he was tortured, fantastic.
Exactly.
One of my favorite scenes in DC.
That is beautiful.
Which is what I was thinking about, how the Joker made him his
Crazy.
mentality the same as the Joker, but his body was the Batman.
Yeah, but the thing I'm surprised none of you guys mentioned was made any mention to Jason Todd from Arkham Knight.
No spoilers.
Dude,
I just said
come
spoilers are
on.
fine.
I
know
don't,
it.
I
Yes.
don't play Arkham Knight.
I will lay it all down. I got 100%. I just beat that game last week. Let's do this.
There you go. But yeah,
Yeah.
but either way, storyline definitely makes it stand out a bit more. So Tejas, congratulations, you have won the night. So
Yeah, I
You-
went first. Oh,
well, you got 30 seconds. Talk about whatever you want in regards to video games. Enjoy.
Dude, the Arkham Knight is awesome.
fuck you. I don't even know when my PC
Seriously,
release.
I thought I was trying to be nice and not have like spoilers, but man, dude, that game blew my mind, especially with all the twists and turns. But I'll just keep it back to this. We've talked about Kickstarter, which is funding. We've talked about pre-order, which is before the game comes out. Now we're talking about games that are coming with other systems besides phones and with phones and laptops. And now we're talking about things that were coming from the outside, the physical world, into the digital world. I really think that we have to take the good with the bad. I mean, everything that I love about video games is in the past because I'm old and fat and who cares? We have to do it, and I really think that a lot of these things, there is the good and there is the bad, and it's just how you have to handle it. I mean, if you're just gonna be all about Hitler, I don't know, but the rest of us who are sane human beings. Sorry, Pat, I had to throw that back in there.
What? I mentioned him twice or 3 times. Come
That's
on,
2
guys.
times too many.
Justin, how many times you mentioned him?
That's enough. All right. Well,
17. I heard 17.
17 times. Well, I think we've all mentioned them now.
Yeah, no,
way too many times. So let's not mention them anymore.
Day.
Well-
I'm sorry.
But yes, well, thank you all very much for coming on. Congratulations again to Tejas for winning tonight. And for all you viewers at home, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all again next time. Bye-bye now.